Yeah, Chris, we're here at LCS. You just won over Meet Your Makers. You're in Season 3 now. You had some problems yesterday, lost to Giants. What happened in group stage?
We were prepared for group stage, but we kinda mispicked in the match against Giants. We picked Lux, which is a quite efficient pick overall, but we pulled it out at the circumstances where we shouldn't. We didn't have enough CC to make the pick worth it, and it kind of was mispicked. Then we misplayed early, they got ahead, but we managed to be even because we took really good team fights and situation, really went for objectives and got a lot of gold. But then they did a Rise teleport, which we completely missed. We didn't see it, we didn't notice that he has it up, and he came from beside and completely stumped us for one team fight. And after that, their team comp was simply superior to ours. We tried to stall it as long as we could, but at a certain point they just pulled too far ahead and we couldn't hold it anymore. So they won pretty successful, and they really did something that we didn't expect them to do, and they did really, really well. We weren't underestimating them, but I think they were neither, and they were really good prepared, and they played very well, and even better than us in these matches. So that's why we struggled against them. And after that we played was alternate, which kind of surprised us as well. They played really good early. They were successfully in getting objective gold at the start. They pulled up towers after tower, and basically we were forced into a defensive position again, but we practiced it a lot during our bootcamp to be in the defensive position, and because of that we stalled them as long as we could. And since they were trying to push out the outer lanes all the time, and so like get pressure onto us, we just chose randomly to team fight them, and since they were ahead they were not afraid to take them. But they lost in 2 to 3 team fights after each other, so at a certain point we got a lot of gold into our pockets, and then basically we had a Baron fight which turned the complete game around, which we got into advantage. And even though they had a lot of gold, our team comp was superior to theirs, and with a lot of engages that we did, we managed to get objectives as well. So at a certain point it was even, and after that we pulled ahead and finished the game with one more team fight where we aced them.
Yeah, so nevertheless you made it to the playoffs, of course. Sadly for you, you had to face Meet Your Makers, a very strong team who performed pretty good on top of Europe in the last weeks. In the very early morning today we saw Millennium not making it directly to Season 3. I mean, they got the chance tomorrow, but if you arrive at the event and you see, I mean, before the event everyone said Millennium and Fnatic totally clear favorites, and you see one of the favorites struggling and going out 0-2. Was there any influence on your mindset? Because, for example, I saw on Twitter you wrote, we will make it, we will make 2-0 for sure. So how was your mindset?
We never said we will make 2-0 for sure, because MYM is a really strong team, and we took the match very serious. We went into the match with a lot of mind games going on. We knew what they play, what their favorite picks are, and we simply managed to outpick and outban them and pick the combo that the longer the game goes, the more efficient it is against their gameplay. So in team fights we was already superior simply because of the team combo, and they allowed us twice to do basically the same picks, and we played really coordinated. We were really like focused in these games, and every one of us played on his best level, and that showed just simply that we are able to beat teams even on the top level, because MYM is a really strong team and no one in Europe can say they are simply easy beatable. That's not true. They are strong. Same for Millennium. Millennium has probably one of the strongest lineups that is around Europe, and if they are very mood depending, so if they lose a match they might drop in their performance, but overall like those teams have really they have the shot at this Season 3 final, and I think maybe some of them didn't take it serious enough or didn't do enough preparations against the smaller teams in the tournament. I'm pretty sure everyone prepared for the bigger teams, bigger names, and that they like really threatened them, but they didn't prepare for the smaller teams, and at a certain point that just punishes you very hard. And I think Millennium and Meet Your Makers both deserve to be in Season 3, and I wish both teams best of luck to qualify for it, because I like both teams and I have a personal relationship towards each of the players, and I know them, and I don't call them friends, but they are really good related towards me, and I like them. I can only say I wish everyone that is qualifying right now good of luck, and the ones that are qualified already, congratulations for Season 3, and we will see each other in Cologne.
All right, so before we talk about the upcoming season, first of all let's talk about your team. You had some changes, like Yellowstar is now the AD. I guess he quit university already. So if we talk about xPeke, like in this last game he picked Zyra and pulled out triple Rod of Ages. I mean, since season 3 it's probably viable on Rise or something. So what do you think if you see your mid laner buying those, let's call it crazy item builds, and do you totally trust it? Because I mean, in the last weeks and months xPeke developed so much, he showed really amazing games. So do you think xPeke's performance at the moment is really what brings you forward? Or?
It's not Peke alone. People have to realize that a whole team that pulls together lifts up a player or pulls them down. Right now our team play is not only based on Peke, but Peke is mainly like the one that is finishing or initiating, depending on the character he has. For example, Kassadin, he jumps in, tries to get someone slowed, makes them turn around because they get chased, and like that you can initiate fights. Or with Zyra, if the fight goes on or if the fight starts to be initiated and someone is slowed and you start hitting the roots or the ultimate into more than one people, it just has a lot of impact and people see that. But overall it's the general gameplay that make players strong on their lane, weak on their lane, make them react, counter-react, and it's all about the team. It's not only about Peke, but Peke is an amazing player and I would never trade him for anyone else, because not only that he's a great player, mechanical and is even skill-wise, it's simply about being a friend with each other, and the relation between people is so important in a team. If you stick together with people a long time, you will notice if you like the persons or not. And right now, even if we have our mistakes, we take each other as the humans we are, and we figure out stuff that usually people don't figure out that fast. And I think we can read each other's personalities pretty well and the reactions someone gives. So yeah, I'm totally looking forward to play longer with the people I'm playing right now. I love my team.
If we talk about the players and the friends as a team, the former best bot lane in Europe, Yellowstar and nRated, is together again. I mean, everyone knows the famous Corki and Leona games from AAA. Yellowstar was always known like some kind of a lazy player, or maybe not giving everything for the game, and he still wanted to continue studying. So you already told me he quit university, so he will definitely stay as your AD and move with you into a gaming house. And my second question regarding Yellowstar is, if you compare Yellowstar to Reckles, I mean, for me it's like two totally different type of players, because Reckles was known for his aggressive playstyle. I mean, you prefer the aggressive playstyle too, I think. And Yellowstar, there was a statistic after IEM Katowice, and he died like 7 or 8 times in the whole tournament. So what changes for you?
Right now it's just different personalities, different play styles, as you said. Right now I see Yellowstar doing one step out instead of one step in that Reckles might have done. Overall, I think Yellowstar is a really great decision making and he's not committing all in. Sometimes Reckles would have died in situations where Yellowstar didn't die. In other terms, Reckles might have killed 1 or 2 kills that Yellow didn't do, but overall a kill is not evaluating a death. So he doesn't die and he plays safe, and I think that's what brings along the team. And if it comes to the laning phase, we haven't played for almost a year. I think people have to realize that, and we know each other and the reactions we do, but we need a longer time to get the lane going, and we need a lot of training to do that. Also, Reckles is a really nice person and I always love to play with him, but since I couldn't play with him anymore, there was no other choice than Yellowstar at this point. He was simply the best choice for us, because comparing him to other ADs, he's so experienced and he has so much background behind him and experience on offlines as well. It's just, he's not that big of a threat. When you go offline with an unexperienced player, it could turn the whole tournament for you. And it didn't do that, and apparently he died the least in Katowice, which means even though the games we lost, he did good. And I can just say I'm proud of playing with him, and we will look forward to improve even further in Season 3.
I want to talk about Cyanet too, your jungler. He is the youngest in the team, I think, and he's still in school. So Season 3 is starting on February the 7th. What's the thing with him and the school? Is there any problem? Will you maybe start with a sub or something? What is planned?
Right now he's finishing his school, so he has his last exam to do in February, and there are some dates where he simply has to go back to Finland and do the exams, the final exams, and I think everyone of the team supports that, because you need a certain education level to succeed in life, and as long as he can finish the school and gets everything going together, I mean, we can wait for him 1 month, but he will always be playing with us even though he's at school or if he's at home. It doesn't like turn him around out of the world or something, and he's not disappearing. He's just gonna be in home like for like two weeks maximum, and then he will come back to us. So I think we are a really consistent team, and if a player has a certain personal responsibility that he has to fulfill, for example the exams, then he has to do it. Of course, there's no other way.
All right, let's bring this to an end. My final question is, at ESWC we talked and you said yes, we will move into a gaming house. It will be around Cologne probably, of course, because the games will be in the ESL arena in Cologne. So do you have an update for the community?
We don't have the house yet, but we contacted agencies around Cologne. So I will meet with our financial manager Anne Matthews, and someone else of Fnatic, Janine, which helps us to find houses, and we will all go around Cologne at the end of January, start of February, and look like in 2 or 3 days into the houses we already looked on online. And if as soon as we find the right house for us, we will announce it, of course. And yeah, as soon as we move in, we will make a blog or something to show people how we live.
All right, Chris, thanks for your time. I wish you the best of luck for season 3. Hopefully you will make it to the second half too. And yeah, the last words are yours now.
Okay, first of all, thanks to the fans, to everyone that supported us, Steel Series, ISO, Raid Call, MSI, everyone that actually made us come here, and without them we wouldn't be here and we wouldn't compete for such a high championship. And we are in season 3 now, we are relieved, we finally made it, and yeah, we're hoping to get to promote ourselves even further and to succeed. So thank you.